Okay, I think I am live. I am a little nervous because I haven't done this in a long time, but I had to jump on here. This is going to be a little bit choppy, but please bear with me. So it's not business, it's personal, right? So this is my approach to business. I feel like a lot of people have heard me say that. I feel like, in one sense, it is a bit of a flex, right? Because being able to operate from this perspective of it's not business, it's personal is a bit of a privilege. But I also don't want it to feel like a dig to people who don't operate in that way. But I think that most importantly, what I want people to know is that it's an option. It's an option that you have to operate from this place of heart-centered leadership and to have a mix of business and personal. So that's why I like to say it's not business, it's personal. So, but I'm going to go into that a little bit more in another live. But like I said, it's not business, it's personal. So many of you guys know that I am the full-time caretaker of my dad who has dementia. I also have a cat who has dementia, who you may hear fussing in the background. Um, but being the full-time caretaker of my dad who has dementia has impacted all aspects of my life, right? And positive, and I don't even want to say negative ways. And that's not to say that it's all been rainbows and sunshine. But the last time I was live, I feel like I spent a teary few minutes, and I'm starting to get emotional again. But I spent a teary few minutes sharing that I had an accident, dislocated my knee, and I would be taking a bit of a break, no pun intended. Well, I'm still healing, but I feel like the light at the end of that tunnel is getting brighter. But I will be doing another live next week, which will kind of serve as an update and almost like my reintroduction to society. So I will spare you all of the details. But today, the reason that I am doing Pepper, come on, girl, lock it up. Shh, we're live. That's Pepper. Sorry about that. So the reason that I am going live today is because I actually wanted to share a bit about the absolutely incredible day that I had yesterday. And I wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to my community and some of the business professionals who have not only saved my life, literally, but have also enriched my life personally and have made me a better professional. So you can see I'm getting misty eyed. Sometimes that happens. But one, I want to start off by saying that November is National Family Caregiver Month, and it's also Alzheimer's Awareness Month. Yesterday, I had the privilege of attending a conference that was hosted yesterday by the Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. It was a caregiver conference. It was absolutely amazing. It was hosted here in my hometown of Sanford, North Carolina at the Dennis Wicker Convention Center. And like I said, it was just absolutely amazing. I am a huge fan of Teepa Snow, and she was the main speaker yesterday. She is an author and an expert on caregiving for people with dementia. She shared a countless number of tips and tools and really to support a positive approach to care. And one of the things that I felt that was super, super amazing is that she was able to teach in a way that not only shared all of these tools that felt easily digestible, but things that could be immediately applied in real time. But it also gave compassion for not only the caregiver, but also the loved one who suffers from dementia. I also really like the fact that she was able to make light of some common mistakes made by caregivers, and it really actually gave me a little bit of a chuckle because it really made me feel like I was not alone, right? And it didn't make anybody feel bad or even demonize them for doing the quote unquote wrong thing, right? Because we're all human. So that was absolutely amazing, inspiring, empowering, and I'm so glad that I got to experience her in person. In addition to that, I actually met Charlotte, who is local here to Sanford. She just relocated from Morganton, which, you know, I have a lot of love for Morganton on the professional side of things. But Charlotte is actually the new pastor at St. Luke's Methodist Church. And she was sitting at the table behind me and again was just an absolute love and was amazing and really helped me navigate the space because I'm still on crutches, partial weight bearing, but I also didn't want to miss this sort of life-changing event. So I was super grateful for her for reaching out and not even asking if I needed help, but offering support. And one of the things that I learned, I mean, we had a countless number of connections. We laughed. I did a lot of crying, but she had also shared with me that they have started a monthly support group for caregivers of people with dementia. And again, she was just a dream, an absolute dream. And she made me feel so loved and so supported, and also introduced me to a bunch of other people who were attending the conference as part of St. Luke's Church. And that was, again, completely moving. And I'm so glad that I have a new resource as a result of that. But also, I got to run into my friend and neighbor, Dr. Allison Peters of Well Centered Wellness. They have a location in Apex, but they actually just expanded and have a location here in Sanford, just down the street from my house, which is amazing. So it was nice to see another friendly face. Her husband John was there too. And one of the things that I loved about seeing them is one, they gave me a restorative break from the conference, and they let me do this 10-minute brain tap, which was amazing. I've done it before at their Apex location, and I absolutely love it. But I got to sit in this reclining chair that just cradled you the right way. It had a gentle vibration. I had earphones on that played the most pleasant and relaxing sounds, along with has like almost like I want to say like a visor type shade. I felt a little bit like a superhero wearing this thing, but a thing that comes down and kind of shields your eyes, but also produces these light waves. And the combination of all of that really puts you into not only a meditative state, but I would almost say like a state that's almost equivalent to REM, Although a lot of people do end up falling asleep while doing that practice. So doing that 10 minutes, like, honestly made me feel like I had had a day at the spa. So yay, to Dr. Allison. And then I got to close out the day by meeting Dee Dee, who is the Director of Family Services and Support for the Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. It was the first time that I was able to meet her in person, and I really wanted to just let her know how appreciated her support, and how timely, right, the resources and that support were that she provided me. Little did I know that I was going to burst into tears immediately, after talking to her, but it was just so nice to meet the people behind all of this incredible work. And I know that one of the things that she had shared with me is that they do this work to provide support for caregivers and people with dementia, but they don't always get to see the impact. So it was really nice for her to be able to do that. So I just again wanted to. Oh, and she also introduced me to her executive director, who Heather was again absolutely amazing. But I just, like I said, I really wanted to take this time to again share, right, some things about me personally, um, that again have an impact on how I show up professionally, right? And I think that this is a big part of me and who I am. It impacts so many different aspects of my life, like I said, personally and professionally. And one of the things that I want to do is make space for people who are interested in doing things differently, interested in being able to show up to work as their whole self. And also for people who aren't even interested in it, but may not have even known that it was an option. I wanted to let them know that it is. So that's a lot about me. I am back, and I am going to be up in your feed, up in your inbox, up in your business. But I am happy to be back. You will be hearing more from me. Like I said, next week I plan on doing another live that gives a little bit more of an update on where I am, because there's some exciting things that have happened in the 4 months since I was live. And what else? There was one more thing that I wanted to say too. Oh yeah, I'm going to be offering some workshops too. So before the end of the year, I'm going to be offering 3 workshops. I'm going to be offering one workshop, which is really in 2 parts. But the first workshop is going to be on November 18th. It's going to be part 1 of business and strategic planning for 2023. It's going to be a 90-minute workshop. Part 2, and the first part of the workshop is going to focus on Q1 and Q2. Part 2 of that workshop is going to be on December 16th. And that workshop, again, is going to focus on strategic planning and business development for 2023. And that is going to be focused on Q3 and Q4. And then the last workshop that I am going to be offering is actually going to be on December 2nd. It has not, it's been a workshop that I haven't offered for several years, but due to demand, I have been asked to offer this. And this is going to be a 60-minute high octane workshop about what you need to know when starting your own fashion business. So again, more information to come. It's so nice to be back. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day and weekend, and I will see you next week. All right, bye.